in 2015. Again, Joe repeatedly said he's never talked to his son about his foreign business dealings. Joe, do you stand by that? Because if you do, you're standing by what we now know is a huge provable lie. But of course, Hunter isn't the only Democrat with questionable dealings. As far as left-wing radicalist, Eric Swalwell apparently spent tens of thousands of campaign dollars on booze, limo services, as well as a 20-grand bill at the Ritz-Carlton, where his wife works, according to FEC records reviewed by Fox News. Wonder if he was with Fang Fang. Here with reaction, Fox News contributors Joe Concha, Leo Terrell. Joe, we'll start with you.
Wow. Eric Swalwell, he's like the result one would get if you did a hybrid cloning of Michael Avenatti and Dr. Detroit and Steve Martin's character from The Jerk, right? This is what would come out of the lab. And thank you, Leo. And this is someone who allowed himself to be compromised by a Chinese spy whose nickname is literally Fang Fang. And during Pillow Talk, if the person next to you says, hey, by the way, please call me Fang Fang, it's time to run back to Tinder and find another girlfriend, because that's probably a situation you don't want to be in. But what is House Speaker Nancy Pelosi do? She rewards him by placing this 30-something no-name California congressman on the House Intel Committee, which only has access to, the country's most sensitive classified info. So now he's used thousands of dollars of campaign funds on limos and booze deliveries and high-end restaurants, which at last check has nothing to do with actual campaigning. So you think, okay, well, that will get him removed from House Intel. But of course that's not going to happen, because the media isn't covering this story. They're providing cover. You look at the homepages, Sean, of the New York Times, Washington Post, CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS. They haven't touched this story. It's silence of the lambs, because why would you want to insult one of your most active, anonymous, and dubious sources? I'll leave you with this stat. In Donald Trump's first year in office, Eric Swalwell went on national television 282 times in 1 year. That is utterly remarkable and pathetic when you think about what exactly does this guy have to offer besides Trump is bad and, oh, I slept with a Chinese spy once and put this country in jeopardy.
Leo, so you got campaign funds for booze, limos, the Ritz. You're dating Fang Fang, but you won't talk about it, and you sit on the Intel Committee. I have a problem with that.
Yeah, I do too. And he's the golden child for Nancy Pelosi. And I'll tell you right now, Joe mentioned all the left-wing media, they won't cover it. This is what we need. When we win the election in November of 2022, we need Jim Jordan in the House, and we need Senator Ron Johnson to conduct congressional hearings on Eric Swalwell and Joe Biden, because he's lied. I mean, the tape and the laptop is smoking gun evidence that Joe Biden lied to the nation. We're not going to get any of this information out until the 2022 election. Jim Jordan, Senator Ron Johnson, we conduct congressional hearings and we get the truth out to the American public well before 2024. That's the way we got to get it out.
How is it possible, Leo, that we have pictures? Joe said multiple times, I've never, ever, one time talked to zero experience Hunter about his foreign business dealings, but we got pictures with Hunter and Joe while he was vice president with some of these partners. You got the emails corroboration along with it. How come nobody cares?
I'll tell you right now, very clearly. First of all, it's smoking gun evidence. Joe Biden is lying. If I was in a courtroom, he would be convicted unless he has a medical expert saying he has some type of cognitive dysfunction. He doesn't remember. That's his only defense. But as far as the tapes, the laptop, he's guilty as sin. He is absolutely guilty. The public doesn't care. The public doesn't know, because the left-wing media and all the other stations will not cover this. We need congressional hearing commencing in 2022.
Last word, Joe.
I'm just thinking, Eric Swalwell, picture if this was a GOP lawmaker, a Kevin McCarthy, a Jim Jordan. They'd run out of fainting couches to fall on in the media if they did what Eric Swalwell did with his campaign funds. But again, not a peep out of anybody. And I'm not even talking television, even online, covering this story. It's utterly remarkable, Sean.
It really is. Unbelievable hypocrisy. Just